Welcome to Brooklyn Center. It's playoff time in prep softball. A subsection championship on the line today here in Section 4AA as Brooklyn Center takes on Minnehaha Academy next on Channel 12 Sports. Channel 12 Sports presents Section 4AA softball, the subsection 1 championship game. The top two seeds have advanced to the finals here. It's number 1 seed Brooklyn Center taking on number 2 Minnehaha Academy. Hello again, I'm Jay Wilcox. It's been quite a year for Brooklyn Center softball. They got to the section championship last year and lost in the third of a best-of-3 series to St. Paul Academy. The Centaurs hope to be back in that spot again next week. But first they have to get by Minnehaha here this afternoon. Both teams have won one playoff game so far here to get to this championship round. Brooklyn Center didn't play especially well against Blake. It was a little bit of a sloppy effort, but they ended up winning by a 5-3 score to get advanced to this game after having a first-round bye. Minnehaha Academy, just kind of a nice workmanlike effort against Breck, won that one by a 5-0 score, and one hitter thrown in that game by the Redhawks pitcher, so they come into this one with a little bit of momentum as well. Teams have met once this season so far. It was here on this field, and it was in the Brooklyn Center Invitational Tournament. Centaurs pulled away late, broke open a 3-2 game to end up winning 8-3, but that game was quite a while ago in late April, so a lot has changed since then. Both of these teams have gotten a lot better since that point, or at least they better have if they want to keep advancing here in this postseason. Going to see some great individual talent as well as team talent here today. Steph Johnson, the pitcher for Brooklyn Center, has just had a marvelous year. Pitching, yes, she's done great in that regard, but also hitting 638 for Brooklyn Center. You can find her name at the top of the leaderboard in runs scored, batting average, and RBIs in the entire metro area for much of this year. Steph just hits the ball hard every time up, according to their Centaurs coach Doug Darnell. Abby Bernstein, meanwhile, the catcher for Minnehaha, great year for her. Their coaches feel like she should get some all-state consideration, hitting just about 500. Had a great game the other day against Breck, and she's another player who will pound the ball each time up. Well, again, this is a single elimination. The loser of this game is done. The winner will go on to play either St. Croix Lutheran in the subsection championship game. They'll play either St. Croix Lutheran or St. Paul Academy next week, and that would be a best 2 out of 3. Stay tuned. It's Minnehaha Academy in Brooklyn Center, and it comes your way next on Channel 12.
It's time!
Yes.
All right.
Gotta go, call you back.
It's 7 p.m. Time to tune in to Channel 12. Tune in to Channel 12 every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 o'clock for the best local sports and community events in the Northwest suburbs. Just one station brings you local sports and community events every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Channel 12!
Community. It's your hometown, your neighbors and local business. It's the people you know and all the things that are important to you. It's Channel 12. Just one station focuses on your community. Channel 12 is the place you turn to for news about your neighborhood here in the Northwest suburbs, for what's happening in city government and a look inside local business, plus the events that make life fun. Channel 12 is in your community every day, serving the Northwest suburbs for over 20 years.
And welcome back to Brooklyn Center as we get set for the Subsection 1 Championship. Doug Darnell, the Centaurs' first-year softball coach after many, many years as the baseball coach, and then he's been athletic director throughout the 90s here and into the 2000s. And in his fourth year as head coach at Minnehaha, Steve Skidey has the Redhawks in position to try and get to the section championship round here. There are 2 subsections in Section 4, and again, the winner of this goes on to play either St. Croix Lutheran or St. Paul Academy in a 2 out of 3. Brooklyn Center lost the coin flip. They are the visitor here today, despite being on their home field. And here's the lineup for the Centaurs today. Teresa Braun, the center fielder, will lead it off. Randy Wench at third base will hit second. Steph Johnson, the pitcher, hitting third. Amber Kruder, the first baseman, bats fourth. Sammy Borgen, the shortstop, hitting in the number 5 spot. Nikki Williams at second base hits sixth. Catcher Lauren Barron hitting seventh. Angie Wallach in left field hitting eighth. And designated hitter Andrea Bowe in the number 9 spot, batting for right fielder Talia Thomas. And defensively for the Red Hawks at third base, they have Diana Wallen. The shortstop is Emily Hennig. Second base, Allison Bauslag. And at first base, Bethany Isaacs. And in the outfield, left to right, it's Molly Lair, Emily Moreland, and Shelley Fuller. The catcher, as we said, is a very good one, Abby Bernstein. And doing the pitching is right-hander Sarah Modak. She is a freshman, 3.28 earned run average this year. She's worked 130 innings, so she's basically done about 99% of the pitching for the Red Hawks this season. Has walked 34, struck out 44, so not an overpowering pitcher, but somebody who can throw strikes and try and keep this pretty talented Centaur lineup from getting going too much here early in the contest. Brooklyn Center as a team hitting at 359, so they have had a pretty decent season with the bat after coming into the year feeling like they maybe didn't know exactly what they're going to have offensively, and they've just progressively gotten a little bit better as we've gone. But as a lot of coaches will tell you, Doug Darnell said coming into this game, I think if we take care of the ball defensively, we should be fine. If we don't kick it around, we have a pretty decent chance to win this one. But if we make mistakes, like they did somewhat against Blake, then certainly Minnehaha would have a very good chance to win this ball game. Well, normally, of course, you'd like to be, you generally figure you'd want to be the home team, but in this case, Brooklyn Center will maybe try and get some offense going immediately here as they are the visitor to start it out, and Teresa Braun stepping in. Looks at ball one. Braun at 371 on the season for BC. And up high for ball two. Lifting it down the right field side, it's going to land just foul. Fuller giving chase out there, but not able to catch up to it. Two-one count, and here's a shot up the middle. Oh, and a nice pickup. Flip over to first is in time. Emily Hennig very sure-handed on that one. And Braun is out 6-3. Got a pretty good piece of that ball, but Hennig had no trouble with this one as she comes up with a very nice pickup. Made this play look a lot easier than it really was, I think. Randy Wench will step in for Brooklyn Center, and she hits the ball hard into left field, and that'll be a base hit. So the first two hitters have hit the ball solid. One of them out on a good defensive play, but Randy Wench knocked it between third and short and winds up with the base hit. Another look at it. First pitch swinging, got one up around the letters and just drills it into left. Hitter now is Steph Johnson. And Steph, let's just say she's gotten it done. 638 batting average, 26 runs batted in, 31 runs scored. Knocks it to short. Hennig flipping to second for one. Relay throw will not be in time, but another nice play out in the field for the Red Hawks. So Wench is out 6-4 on the force out. Johnson aboard on a fielder's choice. Just a little dribbler at second. Hennig did everything right. Of course, it's very tough to turn and fast pitch here. Amber Kruder will be the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Takes a strike. Johnson is running. Here's the throw. Not nearly in time. Johnson steals it. And a runner in scoring position here with two outs for Brooklyn Center. Johnson got a great jump, and it wasn't a bad throw, but you see she beats it easily. Kruder back through the middle. It gets by the pitcher and will be in for a base hit. Johnson's being waved to the plate. Here's the throw. Not in time. Now a throw to second, and that gets away. Kruder gets up, and she's going to head for third, and she will be in at third base. And Brooklyn Center leads it by a 1-0 score. So give Kruder a single and an RBI, and then moves up to second on the throw, and then will advance to third on the throwing error. Boy, it looked like a play that was going to be tough to score Johnson, but she had some wheels. She was moving with 2 outs, of course. On contact was running and easily beat the throw in. She might have caught their defense a little bit off guard, but even so, was going to make that. And kind of important play, too, behind her, though, for Kruder to move all the way up to third, and Sammy Borgen is the batter. So 1-0 Brooklyn Center. Bernstein, a nice stop there. Centaurs have really come out swinging here in this first inning. Borgen a .328 batting average this year, 10 runs batted in. Has scored 22, and that one up high, and it's 2-0. Borgen trying to bring another one home here in the top half of the first, and fouls it out of play down the first base side. Well, that stolen base by Johnson turns out to be pretty big. It allows her to score on the single up the middle. It was a well-hit ball, and Modak tried to flag it down and just couldn't quite reach it. Here's a little tapper. Flip to first base is in time, and the Centaurs are done in the first inning as Auslag flipping it over to Isaacs there. But Brooklyn Center does come up with 1 run in the inning on 2 base hits. There was 1 error committed by Minnehaha and 1 runner left aboard. So after 1/2 inning, it's Brooklyn Center 1, and Minnehaha's yet to come up. And here's the lineup that the Red Hawks will present today. Emily Moreland in center field leads it off. Allison Bauslag at second base hits second. Abby Bernstein hitting third. Emily Hennig, the shortstop, hitting fourth. Diana Wallen, the third baseman, bats fifth. Shelley Fuller, the right fielder, hitting sixth. Michaela Klein is a designated hitter, batting for the pitcher Modak in the 7th spot. Then you've got Molly Layer, the left fielder, and Bethany Isaacs at first base. And defensively for Brooklyn Center, Wench at third, Borgen at shortstop, Williams at second base, and Kruder at first. And Wallach, Teresa Brown, and Talia Thomas in the outfield. Lauren Barron is the catcher, and right-hander Steph Johnson is the pitcher for Brooklyn Center. And like her counterpart Modak, she has done really the bulk of the pitching this year. Sammy Borgen has also pitched a little bit, but Johnson, 14 wins, 4 losses, 1 save to her credit, 1.72 earned run average. She has worked 110 innings, has walked 55 and struck out 160 batters this season, so certainly has had a good year as a pitcher for the Centaurs. And leading it off here is Emily Moreland for the Red Hawks, and looks at ball 1. Top of the order has done well for Minnehaha. Moreland, .324 batting average. Takes the strike here. Johnson a lot on that one, but way high, 2-1. Steph had a little trouble with walks the other day. I believe Coach Darnell said she had walked 4 batters against Blake, so occasionally we'll have some trouble with wildness, and so far that's proven to be the case with Moreland here. 3-1 count. Moreland may be taking here all the way, even with 1 strike. And ball 4, Moreland is aboard to start it out. Allison Bauslag will be the hitter now for Minnehaha. He hit .379 during this regular season, 10 runs batted in. Drops the bunt down. Kruder plays the spin, throw to first. Let's see. Safe at first. No signal for quite a while. Nicky Williams had to jump for that one and came off the bag. And I believe ultimately the correct call was made, but it took a while to see a signal here. Well, that's a close one. So Moreland to second, Bauslag on at first base. Have to call that a throwing error on Kruder. And Bernstein is the batter now for Minnehaha. Takes strike one. Bernstein .484 during the regular season, 31 out of 64. Scored 19 times, drove in 15. And now 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouls this one back and out of play. Kind of interesting with runners at first and second. For a lot of teams, a lot of players, you'd be pinching way in thinking bunt, but Brooklyn Center isn't looking that way, and I don't think with Bernstein up there, they're going to take the bat out of her hands. They're going to be allowed to try and drive him in. 2-2. Three balls, 2 strikes here now to Abby Bernstein. Nowhere to put her. Runners at first and second. Rip and a miss, and Johnson wins this battle. Bernstein chasing one up and maybe out of the strike zone. So 1 out, and Emily Hennig will be the batter now for Minnehaha. Yeah, that one was up and above the letters. Would have been a ball. But hard to fault somebody for swinging on a full count pitch like that. First pitch, a cut and a miss. Hennig just a sophomore, .452 batting average. Drove in 17. Another rip and a miss. Johnson finding her groove a little bit here. Drilling it out to right. Thomas coming in. Throw to first base and a double play. Oh, what a catch by Talea Thomas. Oh, that was fantastic. Hard to fault the runner here for getting caught off because it was hard to tell what was going to happen. Another look at this one. Little bit of ball showing there, but the umpire ruling her glove was underneath it. So Brooklyn Center leading it 1-0 after 1 inning.
www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv. Spell it out to check out Channel 12's website. Fresh design and easier than ever to use with all the top local news stories, daily headlines, and more. At 12.tv, you'll find info on all your favorite Channel 12 shows. And click on Marketplace with links to area businesses. You'll also get your AccuWeather local forecast and community events listings, too. All at your fingertips when you want it. Channel 12 online. www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv.
Living in the northwest suburbs, you try to keep up with what's happening in your community. So you watch Channel 12 News every day because it's local daily news you don't find on other channels. Local news that affects you directly. Channel 12 News brings you insightful, compelling stories and is scheduled throughout the day for your convenience. Just one station focuses exclusively on local news in your hometown here in the northwest suburbs. Channel 12 News. Watch us every day.
There's another look at that great catch by Thomas, and then alertly flipping to first base to end the bottom half of the first inning. 1-0 Brooklyn Center as we head to the second, and I think a better look at it there, and it was clearly a catch, a good call. There was still some ball showing, but it was not touching the ground. They had it in her glove. So thanks for the second look there. It was I wasn't sure from my view, from my vantage point, it was hard to tell whether she actually had that one or trapped it, but good catch and good throw to first. So Williams stepping in. Nikki Williams, second baseman, takes a strike here, and it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Williams, .289 batting average this year for the Centaurs. Reaches out and taps it just foul. So we've had quite a bit of action in this first inning. We had Brooklyn Center getting a run, and Minnehaha starting out with 2 base runners aboard, and then a strikeout, and then a great catch and double play by the right fielder. Little tap down to second, flip to first base in plenty of time as Bauslag handles it cleanly. 1 gone here in the second for Brooklyn Center, and Lauren Barron will be the batter. See the good form there, got her glove underneath it, coming over with the bare hand on top and puts it away. Barron chases one up and away there, strike 1. Lauren hitting .298 this year, has 15 RBIs. Batting here though with the bases empty and looks at ball 1. 1-1. Barron just a sophomore, her sister Jenny a freshman also on the team. And now 2-1. It's kind of a fine line. You want to be aggressive, but you also want to swing at strikes. Both teams will be facing that here today. 2-2 now, as that one may have been out of the strike zone as well to Barron. And it's ball 3. So a full count here to Lauren Barron. Angie Wallach on deck for BC. Drilled out to right field and a long run for Fuller. Barron will have a double at least. And she will hang on at second base. So a 1-out double for Lauren Barron. Got a good piece of that one. And Fuller had no chance as she turned to run for it. Another look, kind of a high pitch, outer half of the plate, and Fuller was just caught in a little bit too much, and it hits the fence at 1 bounce. Only 180 feet around the outfield here, not a what you'd call an especially big park, so not out of the question to see home runs hit here and also balls off the fence like that. So Angie Wallach will be the batter. 264 hitter this year. Gets under it and pops it up, but it's going to get out of play. Change up there and a cut and a miss. So Modak working ahead in the count here as she tries to get Wallach. Barron at second base, 1 out, top of the second inning. Brooklyn Center 1, Minnehaha Academy 0. Taps it down to second base, flip to first in time, but does move the runner up. So pretty busy start to this game for Bauslag. She has had 3 assists so far. Not a base hit, but it does move the runner over to third, so Wallach doing her job there. And Andrea Bowe will be the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Tapping it for Bauslag again, and again she's flawless. Flip to first in time, BC out in the second inning. No runs, 1 base hit. No errors, no one left aboard. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Brooklyn Center 1 and Minnehaha Academy 0.
I'm an official because I can be part of the game, not just a spectator. I'm involved.
I'm a mentor to the kids so they learn the game
and respect the game. I've enhanced my leadership skills.
I'm more disciplined.
And I've learned to be fair-minded in tough situations. Officiating isn't easy, and it's certainly not for everyone.
But it could be for you.
Call this number below and find out how you can become a sports official in your community.
Go ahead. Make the call.
This is Jim. He's getting ready for another busy day in the northwest suburbs.
Broadway Pizza.
This is Dave Kaiser of Channel 12's Community Journal program. Dave goes everywhere in your community to find interesting businesses and people that are important to you and your life.
Hey, it's Dave from Channel 12.
Watch and follow Channel 12's Dave Kaiser and Community Journal for new ways to enhance your life every day. And be sure to say hi to Dave when you see him.
Thanks, Dave. It was great.
First pitch in the dirt for ball one. Diana Wallen leading off the bottom of the second for Minnehaha Academy. She'll be followed up by Shelley Fuller and Michaela Klein here against Brooklyn Center righty Steph Johnson. Cut and a miss. Wallen 264, but wound up, their coaches thought second in the Tri-Metro with 18 RBIs. So has made good production out of the hits she's gotten. Pitch, and Wallen a cut and a miss. Johnson, when she's been throwing strikes, has been tough to hit, but had a little bit of wildness. And it's ball three. Rip and a miss, and Wallen down on strikes to start inning number 2 for the Red Hawks. Second K of the game for Steph Johnson. And Shelley Fuller will be the batter now for Minnehaha Academy. Hit .318 this regular season. Take strike one. Pops this one up, Barron over, and makes the catch. Johnson charging in to help her out. Barron, difficult play, but able to make it. Another look at this one as Barron finds it and reaches out, and Johnson almost ran into her. And did a little bit after she'd already caught it. But they get the catch. That's the important thing. Michaela Klein, the designated hitter, will step in now for Minnehaha. Takes a strike. Michaela, 296 batting average. Part-time duty at 27 regular season at bat. And drop a bunt down, but can't get it into fair territory. Wally Layer on deck for the Red Hawks if Klein can keep the inning alive here. Cut and a miss, gets away from Barron, tracks it down, throw to first is in time. Nice play by Barron as she hustled after that one after it glanced off her glove. So Minnehaha in the second, no runs, no hits, and no one left on base. After 2, it's 1-0 Centaurs.
Only Channel 12's Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher informs you on local government issues in your hometown. From protecting your home, improving your neighborhood, and getting you involved in your community. Only Northwest Cities tells you how your local government is making your hometown a better place to live, work, and play. Watch Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher every day following Channel 12 News.
Community. It's your hometown, your neighbors and local business. It's the people you know and all the things that are important to you. It's Channel 12. Just one station focuses on your community. Channel 12 is the place you turn to for news about your neighborhood here in the northwest suburbs, for what's happening in city government and a look inside local business, plus the events that make life fun. Channel 12 is in your community every day, serving the northwest suburbs for over 20 years.
And welcome back to Brooklyn Center. There's a look at Sarah Modak, the Red Hawks pitcher, and Teresa Braun stepping in to lead off the top of the third for Brooklyn Center. The 1-2-3 hitters for BC. Braun grounded to short her first time up on a nifty pickup out there by Emily Hennick. Up high for ball 2. And that one's low. 3 balls, no strikes here to Braun. Probably taking here, you would think. And we'll never know because that one was pretty low anyway. Teresa Braun, a leadoff walk to start the third. And Randy Wench will be the batter here for Brooklyn Center. Braun on the season, 10 for 10 on stolen bases, second in terms of total number of steals to Steph Johnson for Brooklyn Center. See if they'll be asking Wench to bunt here. Takes ball 1. Randy had a single to left her first time up and then was forced out at second. Looks at a ball. Braun got a ways off but doesn't go. You know, for Brooklyn Center here, ideally you would like to be able to get Braun over without having to bunt. Maybe steal a base, but a little wide here, 3-0. Shaking all the way, and that one right over the heart of the plate. 3 balls and a strike. Hit hard out to center field, and that is going to get beyond Moreland. Braun hustling, and she'll be into third. It's going to be just a single for Randy Wench, but boy, a hard hit ball. Very good play by Moreland to get to that one as quick as she did. Now, to keep in mind here, these short fences, while they're also fun for the hitter, they do help an outfielder on a play like this. That ball carried back to her. I believe that would have been at least a double in most parks because it would have been a longer way until it hit the fence. But either way, for Brooklyn Center, runners are first and third. Steph Johnson is the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Takes ball 1. Runner from first is going. Throw is cut off. They're going to allow Wunsch to get to second. And so now second and third for Steph Johnson. Johnson reached on a fielder's choice and scored the game's only run her first time up. Just a touch low, 2-0. And again, she has had the phenomenal year with the bat for BC. 638 hitter, 26 RBIs. Pounds it up the middle. Nice play by the shortstop. Throw to first base in time, but a run will score on the play. Again, Johnson runs very well, so Hennig could not take any extra time getting rid of this one. A very good play, but Braun does come in to score for a 2-0 lead. Give Johnson an RBI. And Wench over to third base with 1 out. Amber Kruder is the batter. Amber, a little tapper, but it rolls foul. So all things considered, that didn't turn out too bad for Minnehaha. They do give up a run, but they get an out against a dangerous hitter on a close play. And a good play, again, by shortstop Hennig. Well, I've been impressed with Hennig and Bauslag's defensive play so far. Up high here, 1 ball, 1 strike. course, you want to convert on any chances you get. You get a runner to third with one out and your cleanup hitter up. You better score. And they will score. Driven out to center. Kruder in for a base hit. Throw back to first, and she gets back in, and Randy Wench scores. It is 3-0 now in favor of Brooklyn Center. So Amber Kruder now 2 for 2 with 2 RBIs. Didn't hit it extremely hard, but if the infield was pulled up just a little bit, Bauslag hoping to cut down a run at the plate if she could, and had just enough to get by her. And so Amber Kruder 2 for 2, and Sammy Borgen is the batter. Borgen 0 for 1, bounced out to Bauslag, the second baseman. But still just one out here in the third. Brooklyn Center has put 2 on the board. They lead it now 3-0. Fouled back. So Modak ahead in the count. Oregon will have to be protecting here, 0-2. Drills it up the middle and another base hit. Kruder will hang on at second, but Brooklyn Center bringing the sticks out today as Borgen delivers a hit. 3 hits and a walk so far this inning for Brooklyn Center. Outer half about the knees and drilled it past Bauslag. Nikki Williams is the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Little meeting between Bernstein and Modak first. Williams grounded to second her first time up. She is 0 for 1. Again, still just one out. Ball 1. That one's up high, 2-0. So Brooklyn Center looking to extend what's been a good inning so far. Started with a walk to Braun and a single by Randy Wench. Brought Brown around to third, then Wench stole second as they kind of allowed her to go. As Jeff Johnson drove in a run with a grounder, and here's a fly ball to center. Moreland on the run, not going to get to it. And Kruder held up at third, and the bases will be loaded for Brooklyn Center on a single by Nikki Williams. And then again, Johnson drove in a run with a ground out, and Kruder singled in a run. And we've had back-to-back singles after that by Borgen and this one by Nikki Williams. I thought off the bat Moreland might have a chance at this one. And Kruder at first wanted to score, and Doug Darnell held her up. Lauren Barron is the batter now for BC. Bases full, 1 out. Takes a strike as the infield in at the corners. Barron hit the ball pretty hard her first time up, drilled a double to right. Over the right fielder Fuller's head. And dribbles a fair ball down the first baseline. 1 run is in. Here comes the throw to first. 2-run score as Borgen races around as well. And Brooklyn Center now with a 5-0 lead. Kruder and Borgen come around to score. Barron is now 2 for 2. Just a little dribbler. Look at that one spin right over first base. Then the throw right here is cut off. And Barron had ideas about going to second. It's Borgen, they never hesitated to send her around. And also Williams advanced to third on the play. So in a meeting around Modak here, 5-0 lead for Brooklyn Center. And this one is still not over yet. First and third and 1 out. Angie Wallach, the batter for Brooklyn Center. She grounded to second base her first time up. Oh, that one hits Bernstein in the mask. It's going to allow the, actually we've got a courtesy runner down there at second base. Ashley Henry running as a courtesy runner for the catcher, Barron. So now second and third. Bounce back through the middle, and that one's going to get through. One run is in. Henry being waved home. Throw is too high, and she scores. 7-0 Brooklyn Center, and Wallach around to second on the play. Quite an inning here for Brooklyn Center. Just had enough on this one to get into the outfield there as Bauslag couldn't track it down. And Moreland airmails the throw. We're going to have to call it a base hit, but then a throwing error coming to the plate to allow her to move up to second. So single, 2 RBIs, but a throwing error, E8 on the center fielder there. So runner at second. One out, Andrea Bowe is the batter. Bowe lifting it up foul and out of play. In the dirt, Bernstein with the block. Red Hawks would just love to just get out of this inning one way or another here. Brooklyn Center has hit the ball pretty hard, and then some that haven't been hit extremely hard have been hit to the right place. Everything dropping in. Bernstein has to make another stop. And timeout asked for here. Looks as though Modak maybe has lost a little bit of confidence. She's trying to take something off him a little bit, leaving him in the dirt here. Really, she's doing what she needs to do, though. Keep shooting strikes and hope that her defense can make some plays. But Brooklyn Center doing a number on them here in this third inning. As you can look at some of our fans in the stands watching this one. Again, the winner goes on to play St. Croix Lutheran or St. Paul Academy for the Section 4 championship, and that is a best 2 out of 3 championship. Still plenty of game to go, but boy, this is a lead that already is going to be pretty tough to overcome. We're in the third inning, and it's 7-0 Brooklyn Center. A little chop foul. So the count will run full here to Bowe. Again, a runner on second and 1 out. Back up the middle, and Modak flipping to first base. She'll get the sure out. Didn't really look at the runner, and Wallach will go to third. But that's not the big concern right now. Just getting that out was a big one. So after 5 consecutive hits, they finally get an out, and Teresa Braun will bat for the second time this inning. They batted around here. Bernstein, another good stop. Braun started this inning by walking, and she came around to score. So batting for the second time in the inning. Hard hit ball to second. Bauslag up with it. Throw to first base is in time. And the Centaurs are finally done in the third inning. However, they come up with 6 runs in the inning.
Why are so many businesses advertising on Channel 12?
Nobody promotes our community better than Channel 12. To advertise in our community where we have our business and where we live. It's very affordable, very beneficial for my business. just give Channel 12 a call. They'll come out. They have so many different programs that can tailor to your business so that you can get your message across to your customers.
Call Chuck Moberg at 533-8196 to put the power of Channel 12 advertising to work for your business.
www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv. Spell it out to check out Channel 12's website. Fresh design and easier than ever to use with all the top local news stories, daily headlines, and more. At 12.tv, you'll find info on all your favorite Channel 12 shows. And click on Marketplace with links to area businesses. You'll also get your AccuWeather local forecast and community events listings too. All at your fingertips when you want it. Channel 12 online. www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv.
And welcome back. A nice lead for Steph Johnson to work with here as her team puts up 6 runs in the third. We go to the bottom half of inning number 3 with Brooklyn Center leading Minnehaha Academy 7-0. Jay Wilcox with you here on Channel 12 Sports. It'll be Molly Layer, Bethany Isaacs, and Emily Moreland to bat for the Red Hawks here in the third, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. And there's strike 1. Layer on the year, a little bit of a struggle with the bat at 195. Has drawn 6 walks, so she's shown an ability to work the count a little bit. Out of the miss here. 1-2. And now 2-2 as that one got away from Johnson a little bit. Johnson so far I'd say has been maybe what you'd call effectively wild. We really don't know where the ball's going to wind up. She's kind of pitches that kind of wind up all over the place with a lot on them. But not wild enough that it's really hurt her. She blocked 1 so far. Little tapper, Borgen up with it. Throw to first, and Kruder with a nice stretch to dig that one up as it was kind of tailing. And Layer is out 6-3 on the putout, and that is really the first play that the infield has had to make. There was one, well, actually one earlier that Kruder threw a little bit high on as she fielded a little spinning ball. So they haven't had much work. There have been some strikeouts and a fly to right and a foul out to the catcher. We're going to have a pinch batter here, it looks like, for Minnehaha. Danny Berg is going to bat for Isaacs. So Isaacs hasn't batted yet, but Berg will step in. Takes a strike. In on the hands, lifted up behind Borgen, and that is going to fall in for a base hit. First base hit of the ball game for the Red Hawks. Borgen, I think, got fooled a little bit on this one, and I could kind of see why. It hit on the hand, so she got fooled a little bit and started in just a touch and ends up just over her head for a base hit. So Moreland will bat with a runner at first base and 1 out. Ball 1. Moreland drew a walk her first time up, got as far as second before being stranded. There's a strike. 1-1. Two-1 count here to Moreland. Allison Bauslag on deck. Red Hawks, from their standpoint, need to just chip away. Don't worry about getting back into this one all in 1 inning. I mean, if it happens, it happens. But just think about one at bat at a time, really, and try and get some base runners going. But it's been difficult to do against Johnson so far. Cut and a miss, and Moreland down on strikes. Seemed as though she maybe was a little indecisive on that one. Didn't get a real full cut at it, but goes down swinging. 4th strikeout of the game for Johnson, and Allison Bauslag will be the batter for Minnehaha. Driven out to deep right field. Thomas doesn't see it, and it bounces off the fence. Braun will pick it up. Here comes a runner to the plate. Going to throw to third. Oh, and Wench lets it get by her. And Minnehaha is on the scoreboard as Bird comes all the way around to score from first. Bauslag in at third. Another look at this one. I don't think Thomas sees this ball. She didn't move. Not that she would have caught it anyway, but... And then Braun has to come over and grab it. And then at third base... And that one almost got away. I don't know. Wench took her eye off the ball, I think. It looked like they were going to have a pretty good chance at getting the batter, Bauslag, coming to third, and Wench just plain took her eye off and let it fly by her. There's the strike. Abby Bernstein is the hitter. Abby struck out her first time up, but again, she's had a very good year with the bat. Some life here for the Redhawks in the third as they have one run in and a runner at third with their best hitter up. 2-2. A little bit low, 3-2. Drilled out to left center field, and this one is gone. A home run for Bernstein. Well, we told you the park here isn't too big, and she got a good piece of this one. Thought it had a pretty good chance to get out off the bat, and sure enough, it flies over the fence in left center. 2-run home run for Bernstein, and much tighter ball game all of a sudden here, 7-3. Emily Hennig will be the batter now for Minnehaha. Looks at ball one. Emily hit that fly ball to right that Thomas made a great catch on and then turned into a double play, doubled off the base runner at first. Out of the miss here, Hennig was going for the downs there as well, 1-1. So the Redhawks bouncing back into this one within 7-3 now after triple and a homer back-to-back. Out of the miss, 1-2. Change-up, it just misses there, a little high. Not a bad idea, though. Tell you what, there was a lot of difference in speed from that pitch to the last one. Cut and a miss for strike 3. Check with the base ump, and he says, yes, I think it was pretty obvious she went with the swing there, and Hennig is out. But a nice inning for the Redhawks. We'll get another look at her swing there, and yep, she went. So 3 runs in the inning on 3 base hits, including the home run by Bernstein. No errors and no one left aboard. It's a tighter ball game now, 7-3.
This is Jim. He's getting ready for another busy day in the northwest suburbs.
Broadway Pizza.
This is Dave Kaiser of Channel 12's Community Journal program. Dave goes everywhere in your community to find interesting businesses and people that are important to you and your life.
Hey, it's Dave from Channel 12.
Watch and follow Channel 12's Dave Kaiser and Community Journal for new ways to enhance your life every day. And be sure to say hi to Dave when you see him.
Thanks, Dave. It was great.
It's time!
Yes.
All right.
Gotta go, call you back.
It's 7 p.m. Time to tune in to Channel 12. Tune in to Channel 12 every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 o'clock for the best local sports and community events in the northwest suburbs. Just one station brings you local sports and community events every Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday at 7 p.m.
Channel 12.
There's a look at our new first baseman. Number 4 is senior Laura Dahl. Bird batted for the original first baseman Isaacs, and then Dahl comes in and will be in the number 9 spot in the batting order if we get around to that again. Yeah, looked pretty good, but it's called ball 1 there. Randy Wench, the third baseman for Brooklyn Center, leading off the top of the 4th. Suddenly a tighter ball game here at 7-3. Hennig ranging to her right, throw to first in time. Another excellent play defensively there by Hennig. Cut that one off and throws Randy Wench out. Looked pretty easy there. Chopped this ball down and quick release too. She didn't waste any time getting set to throw there. So Steph Johnson is the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Looks at strike 1. Steph 0 for 2, but kind of a productive 0 for 2. She scored after reaching on a fielder's choice and then drove in a run the next time. Oh, off of Modak, deflects right to second, and the throw to first by Bauslag is in time. 1-4-3 on the putout. 2 outs here in the 4th. Hard smash. Modak is just fine, she says. Looks like it skipped off maybe her knee or her shin. I'm surprised she isn't shaken up at least a little bit. Amber Kruder will be the batter, and she's been a tough out today. 2 singles, 2 runs batted in. Looks at ball 1. And ball 2. Well, maybe things turning around a little for Minnehaha after they come up with the 3-run third and then get a fortunate bounce on that last play. Drilled out to center. Moreland has it glance off her hip. It's a base hit. And Kruder will have to hang on at first base. She is now 3 for 3 in the ballgame. Just went with this pitch and stroked it out to center. You see Moreland kind of turn to the side, but no error there since it didn't cost them the base. 2 outs and a runner at first base for Sammy Borgen, who is 1 for 2 at a single last inning. Looks at a strike. Borgen was looking all the way. It almost appeared as though maybe she was waiting for a steal or something there. Hard hit ball into left. Could have been a play at second, maybe not, actually. It was knocked down by Lager, and a base hit for Borgen. And Nikki Williams will be the batter. So Brooklyn Center trying to get a 2-out rally started here. Look at this ball. It's way up. And you see it bounces from Lager. That did a good job recovering. I don't think, when I looked up, I don't think Kruder was really going to be in much danger of getting thrown out there anyway. Williams chases one there. 0-1. Let's that one go by. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, earlier on, it seemed as though 7 runs would be, easily enough to win. But after that last inning, you never know. Brooklyn Center would like to tack on a few more here. Lifted out to right center. That'll fall in. Moreland to track it down. Kruder coming to the plate, and she will score. And it's 8-3 now in favor of Brooklyn Center. Williams is 2 for 3 as she delivers an RBI hit. Borgen will hang on at second. Just dropping it into a perfect spot. Nobody has a chance to get to that one. Fuller falling to the ground there. And Moreland up with it. Here's Lauren Barron. Lauren has been a tough out today also. A double in the second and then a single to drive in 2, and also her courtesy runner came in to score in the third, so 2 out of 2. Boy, this middle part of the order has been on fire for Brooklyn Center. Little pop-up here. Bauslag going out and makes the catch. to end the top of the fourth inning. Brooklyn Center does get 1 run in the inning on 3 base hits. No errors and a couple left aboard. It is 8-3 Brooklyn Center.
Why are so many businesses advertising on Channel 12?
Since we advertise with Channel 12, I've heard people come in and said, I didn't know you were here. And since we advertise on Channel 12, they found out about us, and they came in and tried us out, and they became regular customers. I know it works.
Call Chuck Moberg at 533-8196 to put the power of Channel 12 advertising to work for your business.
Community. It's your hometown, your neighbors and local business. It's the people you know and all the things that are important to you. It's Channel 12. Just one station focuses on your community. Channel 12 is the place you turn to for news about your neighborhood here in the northwest suburbs, for what's happening in city government, and a look inside local business, plus the events that make life fun. Channel 12 is in your community every day, serving the northwest suburbs for over 20 years.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Center. A breezy and cloudy afternoon, but an 8-3 lead for the Centaurs here as we go to the bottom half of the fourth inning. This game for the Subsection 1 Championship in Section 4AA. The 5, 6, 7 hitters coming up for Minnehaha here in the fourth. Diana Wallen, Shelley Fuller, and Michaela Klein against Steph Johnson. First pitch is in the dirt. Well, Johnson had pretty well sailed through the first 2 innings, but then in a stretch of 4 batters, we had a single, then a strikeout, but then a triple and a 2-run homer by Abby Bernstein. So Red Hawks getting something on the ball there, and a couple of those at-bats especially. Bauslag and Bernstein. Hard hit ball to right. Thomas flags it down. Throw to first is wide. And Wallen will be aboard. Nice play by Thomas. I think we'll call that one a base hit. I don't think you could say for certain that you would have gotten her out at first. She did make a nice pickup and spin. And it looks very much like Wallen would have had a good chance to beat that anyway, so we'll call that a base hit. Fuller is the batter now for Minnehaha. Takes a strike. Fuller fouled out to the catcher in her first at-bat. And drills this one out to left center field. That'll be a base hit and maybe extra bases. Morgan up with it, and it will be a double for Shelley Fuller. So plenty of offense. If you came for a pitcher's duel, you're not getting it here. These teams hitting the ball around pretty good. High pitch there and drilled out to left center. Michaela Klein will be the batter. Still nobody out. Klein struck out her first time up. Little tap foul at the plate. Changeup, didn't mean to swing and fouls it. 0-2. Got a piece of that one to stay alive at the plate. Fine pickup out there. Foul tip, and Barron hangs on. Strike 3. Big out there for Johnson. Good job by Barron. And Molly Layer will be the batter here for the Red Hawks. Molly bounced to short her first time up, 0 for 1. that one. Barron the stop. Little tap foul at the plate. With this big lead, Brooklyn Center really playing the infield back. They'll give up a run on a ground ball just to get an out. 2-1. And 3-1. Johnson having trouble shooting a strike here to Layer. Ooh, not sure where that one was, but it's ball 4. So Layer will walk to first. And now we've got Danny Berg coming back up to bat, so re-entering. Berg had a single and scored in the third. Nice pickup by Barron. So bases full and 1 out here for Minnehaha Academy. They trail at 8-3, but and they've really shown signs of life offensively in the third, and now here again in the fourth. There's a strike. Rip and a miss. Might have helped Johnson out a little bit there. 1-2. Called third strike, and Berg is out. Second out of the inning. 7 strikeouts in the game for Johnson, and Moreland will be the batter. Catches are looking, outer half of the plate, and a good pitch. Moreland a walk and a strikeout so far. Ball 1 here. Pretty big batter in this game here. Base is full. If they can get Moreland, it stays a 5-run lead, but if she's able to get a hit here, might bring in a couple runs. Or a walk would bring in 1 here, and she'll take that if that's the case. 2-0 count. 3-0. Safe to say the take sign will be on here, I think. Bases loaded and a 3-0 count. There's strike 1. Fouls it back, so Johnson battling back to run the count full here, 3-2. And it's ball 4, and a run comes in. 8-4 ball game now as Moreland draws a walk. Another look at this one. Missed away. So Allison Bauslag will be the batter. Base is still full. 2 outs, 8-4 ball game. Bauslag had a triple and an RBI, scored a run in the third. Takes ball 1. Hard hit ball, but right at Borgen. She's going to flip over to third. And they get the out there on the force play. And Minnehaha is done in the fourth inning. However, they come up with 1 run on 2 base hits, no errors, and they'll strand 3.
Living in the northwest suburbs, you try to keep up with what's happening in your community. So you watch Channel 12 News every day, because it's local daily news you don't find on other channels. Local news that affects you directly. Channel 12 News brings you insightful, compelling stories and is scheduled throughout the day for your convenience. Just one station focuses exclusively on local news in your hometown here in the northwest suburbs. Channel 12 News. Watch us every day. Only Channel 12's Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher informs you on local government issues in your hometown. From protecting your home, improving your neighborhood, and getting you involved in your community. Only Northwest Cities tells you how your local government is making your hometown a better place to live, work, and play. Watch Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher every day following Channel 12 News.
Welcome back to Brooklyn Center. Minnehaha has chipped away. They're within 8-4 now as we go to the 5th inning. Brooklyn Center will have Angie Wallach, Andrea Bowe, and Teresa Braun, the 8-9-1 hitters, scheduled to come up here to face Sarah Modak. Guys have hit the ball all around the park here today. 12 base hits so far and 8 runs scored through 4 innings. Wallach 1 for 2, ground out and a single that drove in a couple. Fouls this one off her shoulder. Hard hit ball into left field for yet another base hit, and it skips away. Wallach, though, makes a turn and hangs on, so a single to start the inning for Wallach. And I think we're going to have a pinch runner on. You see the ball kicked around a little bit there by Layer, but she's able to recover and keep the base runner at first base. Haley Borgen will come in to run here for Wallach for Brooklyn Center. So Bowe will bat. 0 for 2 here today so far. Squaring around and drops a bunt foul. Incidentally, we've got Isaacs re-entering at first base for Minnehaha. Bunting again, it's foul as it bounced up and hit Bowe's bat. So Modak ahead in the count here. It's 0-2. Just got a piece of that one. Ball was pretty low, but she was not going to take any chances on getting called out, so got a piece of it. And another foul. Still 0-2 here to Andrea Bowe, the designated hitter for Brooklyn Center, with runner at first base and nobody out. Hopping it up. This one could be playable, but they can't get to it. All manner of foul balls so far here for Bowe. Another pop-up, and this one will get out of play into the Minnehaha bench. Little tapper. Modak. Oh, changed her mind. Throw to first. What? Calls her out at first. Runner will advance over to third on the play. Haley Morgan. I must really not have seen this one right because I didn't think there was any way she was out after the... Well, maybe she was. So they get the out at first base. Bo is out 1-3. Boy, Modak couldn't make up her mind. I think she heard somebody say second and thought about it. But anyway, Teresa Braun will be the hitter. Braun 0 for 2 with a walk and takes ball 1. So Haley Morgan now at third base, 1 out. Hard hit ball, and that'll get through for a base hit, and Brooklyn Center leads 9-4. Braun coming through with an RBI single to plate Haley Morgan. And Randy Wench will be the batter here for BC. Hops it up. And coming over to make the catch is Wallen. That is the second out. And Steph Johnson will be the batter for Brooklyn Center. Steph is due here. Fielder's choice, but scored a run in the first. Drove in a run with a ground out and then hit a hard hit ball that bounced back off the pitcher and over to second base. So it isn't as though she hasn't been putting the ball in play and hitting the ball hard, but no base hits to show for it so far. Takes a strike. Hard hit ball up the middle, and that one will get through for a hit. Braun trotting into second. So first and second, 2 out for Amber Kruder. Hennig has made some real nice plays at shortstop, but this one just not quite able to get to it. Would have needed a perfect hop up to get to it, and just couldn't quite get it. So Kruder is 3 for 3 so far. 3 singles, has scored twice and driven in 2. At ball 1. Good speed on the bases here too for BC as they try and stretch this 9-4 lead. And ball 2. And ball 3. See if Kruder's taking here. Probably so. And it's ball 4. So the bases are loaded with 2 outs for Brooklyn Center, and Sammy Morgan will be the batter. Sammy 2 for 3 today, a couple of singles. Hits the ball hard to right, and it's going to get over Fuller's head. 1 run is in. 2 runs are in. Kruder being sent to the plate as well. There may be a play. Here's the throw, not in time. And it's 12-4 Brooklyn Center. Another look at this one. Fuller started to come in, and it's off her glove. We'll have to call that a 3-base error there on Fuller in right. 3-run score. Borgen all the way around to third. I thought they might have a play on Critter, but didn't get a real strong throw in, and she kept running hard, too. Nikki Williams is the batter for Brooklyn Center. She is 2 for 3. Hopping it foul, and it's going to fall in. Fuller a long chase, but can't get to it. Got a piece of that one. Strike 2. Way high and in, and Williams has a seat in the batter's box. And Dirt Bernstein ranging out to stop it, so 2-2 now to Nikki Williams. Trying to extend this inning here. It's been another good inning for the Centaurs. 4 runs in the inning. They lead 12-4. And that one lined, but a nice catch. Reaching up his Bauslag to make the grab. And Williams is out in the 5th inning. Brooklyn Center coming up with 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error, 1 left aboard. We go to the bottom of the 5th, 12-4 Centaurs.
Community. It's your hometown, your neighbors and local business. It's the people you know and all the things that are important to you. It's Channel 12. Just one station focuses on your community. Channel 12 is the place you turn to for news about your neighborhood here in the northwest suburbs, for what's happening in city government and a look inside local business, plus the events that make life fun. Channel 12 is in your community every day, serving the northwest suburbs for over 20 years.
www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv. Spell it out to check out Channel 12's website. Fresh design and easier than ever to use with all the top local news stories, daily headlines, and more. At 12.tv, you'll find info on all your favorite Channel 12 shows. And click on Marketplace with links to area businesses. You'll also get your AccuWeather local forecast and community events listings, too. All at your fingertips when you want it. Channel 12 online. www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv.
And welcome back to Brooklyn Center. Centaurs now leading it by a score of 12-4. As we go to the bottom half of inning number 5. Abby Bernstein batting here for the Red Hawks, and she takes a strike. Last time up, she went deep. 2-run home run in the 3rd inning after striking out in the 1st, so 1 for 2. Awful lot of offense in this one. Brooklyn Center 1 run in the 1st inning and 6 in the 3rd. Here's a liner, that'll get in for a hit. Thomas going to make a play at first, but not in time. So Bernstein is 2 for 3. I said 6 runs in the 3rd for Brooklyn Center. They had a 1 run in the 4th and then 4 more in the 5th. 3 runs in the 3rd and 1 in the 4th for Minnehaha. You see a hard liner. Thomas had her played well and then had a way to throw to first, but Bernstein is in. And Emily Henning is the batter, and this one gets by Barron, and Bernstein will move up. Hennig, liner to right, turned into a double play, and a nice catch by Thomas, and then a strikeout. She is 0 for 2. It's away from Barron again. Bernstein will move up all the way to 3rd. Brooklyn Center, yes, they have a big lead, but giving away bases here. Rip and a miss. Way high with that one. Karam's right back to Barron. So the count will run full here to Hennig. 3-1, I'm sorry. Rip and a miss, and now it's full. Ball 4. Hennig will draw a walk. And Diana Wallen will hit for the Red Hawks here. She is 1 for 2. Had a single and a run scored in the 4th. In on the hands, and she fouls this one into the batting cages. Or into the screen atop them anyway. 0-1. And this one could be trouble. Braun coming on, it glances off her glove, and a run will score. Bernstein is around to score. Looks like Braun was going to catch this one and took her eye off it. E8. Would have been a good play, but this is a catch he's got to make. So an error on the center fielder there. Runners at first and second for Fuller. Looks at ball 1. Shelley Fuller fouled out to the catcher and then doubled. 1 for 2. And just fouled down third base. Got out in front of that one. And that one was almost like the hitter's version of a changeup. At first it seemed as though it was hit a little bit harder and then just kind of floated out there. Out in front of this change. 1-2. First and second, nobody out for the Red Hawks. Bottom of the 5th, they've scored 1. They're within 12-5. Tapper Kruder, the first baseman, changing directions in a hurry and wins the race to the bag. Good play there. Runners now at second and third. Kruder cuts this one off. Didn't want to take any chances. You know, there would have been nobody to cover had the second baseman had to make the play, and Kruder spinning her wheels briefly, but got herself going in the other direction to make the play. Michaela Klein is the batter here for the Red Hawks. Second and third, 1 out. Klein is 0 for 2, 2 strikeouts. Chops to third. Wench chases the runner back, but that's all. They don't get it out. Klein aboard on the fielder's choice as Hennig gets back in. So base is full. I think we're going to have a pinch hitter here for Minnehaha. Annie Kruger will bat for Lair. Base is full, 1 out for Minnehaha. Looks at strike 1. Kruger on the year, 188 batting average. Hasn't batted a ton, 6 out of 32. Change up and way out front of that one. 0-2. Johnson's going to need to make some big pitches here. Bases loaded.
Okay, no guessing here. Ready to go.
Cut and a miss, and she gets Kruger on strikes. Eight strikeouts in the game for Johnson. Cut and a miss, a little late on that one. Bethany Isaacs will be the batter. Down to first base, and Kruger gets their glove down and makes the play. So the Red Hawks do a little bit of damage, but it could have been much worse for Brooklyn Center. 1 run, 1 hit, 1 error, and a strand 3. Through 5 innings, our score is 12-5, Brooklyn Center.
Living in the northwest suburbs, you try to keep up with what's happening in your community. So you watch Channel 12 News every day, because it's local daily news you don't find on other channels. Local news that affects you directly. Channel 12 News brings you insightful, compelling stories and is scheduled throughout the day for your convenience. Just one station focuses exclusively on local news in your hometown here in the northwest suburbs. Channel 12 News. Watch us every day.
I'm an official because I can be part of the game, not just a spectator. I'm involved.
I'm a mentor to the kids so they learn the game.
And respect the game. I've enhanced my leadership skills.
I'm more disciplined.
And I've learned to be fair-minded in tough situations. Officiating isn't easy, and it's certainly not for everyone.
But it could be for you.
Call this number below and find out how you can become a sports official in your community.
Go ahead. Make the call.
There's a look at Sarah Modak, the Minnehaha pitcher, trying to shut down Brooklyn Center a little bit after they've had some big innings in this one. 12-5 Brooklyn Center lead here as we go to the 6th. Jay Wilcox with you here on Channel 12 Sports. Hope you're enjoying the action here. Section 4AA softball, the subsection 1 championship game. Lauren Barron leading it off here for BC in the 6th. Hard hit ball, and that one gets away from Bauslag, and an error will allow Barron to reach. Going to have a courtesy runner coming in here for Brooklyn Center. Ashley Henry will run at first. Angie Wallach, the batter. Angie is 2 for 3. Boy, just about everybody in this lineup has had a couple of hits. Little bunt, and it's a pretty good one. Throw to first base in time, but the sacrifice is successful. And Bo will be the batter now for BC. Just deadened this ball nicely. Bernstein didn't give any thought to going to second. They want to get the sure out there, and they did. In the dirt, Bernstein a nice stop. Bo 0 for 3. Grounder to second and a couple back to the pitcher. Last at bat was kind of a memorable one. She fouled off a number of pitches before chopping one that pitcher Modak handled. Little tapper past first, foul. Two balls, one strike here to Brooklyn Center's Andrea Bowe. Teresa Braun on deck as they'll turn the order over. Fouls it back. Trudes, you better be awake up there. Cameraman Chris Trudeau watching that one. I think he had it all the way, a couple feet away. Pitch is low. popping it up. And the catch made by Hennig, 2 outs. Teresa Braun is the batter now for Brooklyn Center. Teresa 1 for 3, a single to drive in a run in the 5th. She has 2 runs scored. She also had a previous walk. Call her T-Bone. And smokes this one into left field for a hit. They hold the runner up at third. Henry hangs on. Second hit of the game there for Braun. So runners at first and third for Randy Wench. Hard hit ball between third and short. I thought for a moment they were going to send the runner, but didn't end up doing it. That's Kruger out in left now, by the way, after hitting. Here's a throw down to second, and it gets away briefly, but Braun is in at second, and the runner hangs on at third, Henry. Wench is 2 for 4, a couple of singles in her first 2 times up. Down low, 2-1. Bernstein trying to chase Henry back. Henry just kind of looked at her. She knew she was close enough that if she threw, be able to get there. A little stare down. Down toward third. That's going to get through for a base hit. 1 run is in. Play to the plate, and they will not get Braun. 2 runs score for Brooklyn Center, and it's 14-5. Winch drilling that one down the third base line between third baseman and the bag. Kruger kind of lollipops one in here. They might have had a play otherwise, and then it allowed Winch to get to second as well. And here's Steph Johnson up. Johnson right to the shortstop. Hennig up with it. Guns across in time. And the Centaurs are out in the 6th inning. They do come up with 2 more runs in the inning on 2 base hits, 1 error, and 1 left aboard. It is now Brooklyn Center leading it by a score of 14-5.
This is Jim. He's getting ready for another busy day in the northwest suburbs.
Broadway Pizza.
This is Dave Kaiser of Channel 12's Community Journal program. Dave goes everywhere in your community to find interesting businesses and people that are important to you and your life.
Hey, it's Dave from Channel 12.
Watch and follow Channel 12's Dave Kaiser and Community Journal for new ways to enhance your life every day. And be sure to say hi to Dave when you see him.
Thanks, Dave. It was great.
Only Channel 12's Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher informs you on local government issues in your hometown. From protecting your home, improving your neighborhood, and getting you involved in your community. Only Northwest Cities tells you how your local government is making your hometown a better place to live, work, and play. Watch Northwest Cities with Ann Gallagher.
First pitch of the bottom of the 6th inning is ball 1 to Emily Moreland, the leadoff hitter for Minnehaha. And ball 2. Emily's had a couple of walks and a strikeout. Johnson looked pretty tough early in the game, but has had her struggles thereafter. Ball 3, though. But still has a big lead. I wouldn't say she's pitched poorly, but not as well as she has on some occasions. That one on the outside part of the plate for strike 1, 3-1. Moreland may very well be looking again, considering how Johnson's had trouble throwing her a strike. Drops the bunt down instead, and it's foul. So the count will run full here to Moreland. Bauslag and Bernstein will follow for Minnehaha as they try and bounce back. Big deficit though, 14-5, and only a couple at bats left. In on the hands, knocks it down to Borgen. Throw to first. Oh, a nice pickup by Kruder. That was not a good throw. But Kruder is able to not only stretch, but also scoop that one out. There you see Kruder making the play. So Bauslag is the batter. He is 1 for 3, and that one was a big one, a RBI triple in the third. Another look at this play by Kruder. Of course, we've got the double bases there, the orange for the in foul ground for the runner, and the white one that was partially dirt covered. At first, it kind of looked like maybe she wasn't still on the base, but a closer look shows that Kruder did keep her foot pressed against the side of the bag. And I actually, that one earlier, when we had a Minnehaha runner reach safely, I thought the same thing had happened on that one, and another look showed that she had probably still had contact there too. So umpires obviously are a little bit closer to the play than we are, so good calls on both cases, I think. Got in a miss here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Allison Bauslag here with Adley Bernstein on deck for Minnehaha. This kind of been an uphill struggle all day, especially after that 6-run third inning that Brooklyn Center had. Redhawks have chipped away with a little bit of offense of their own, but the problem is they continue to give up runs as well and trail at 14-5. There's ball 4. Bernstein 2 out of 3, struck out her first time, but then a towering 2-run homer to left center that cleared the fence, and then a single in the 5th. Fouls this one back. Change up, but it got away from her. Throw back to first base, not in time. Guy back foul and out of play. Away, Barron throwing to first again and not in time. Knocked down, and Wench getting a glove on it but can't make the play, and runners at first and second. Another look at this one. It might have been an easier chance for Borgen, but Wench trying to get to it. Infield hit there for Bernstein, and Hennig will be the batter with first and second and 1 out. Rip and a miss. Hennig 0 for 2 and a walk. Ouch. Fouls that one off the catcher, Barron. And it looked like that one missed her chest protector and then instead maybe caught a little bit of the upper arm or shoulder. You see Barron adjusting it over that way a little bit. Umpire asking, I think, too. In the dirt, Barron a stop. 1-2 count here to Hennig. hard hit ball into left field for a hit. Going to hold the runner up here, so we'll have the bases loaded in this spot. No sense getting thrown out on the bases. Just need base runners here and chip away. 1 out and the bases loaded for Minnehaha's Diane Wallen. Got the ball up again. Boy, that's both pitchers. When they've gotten the ball up around the waist have really been hit. Wallen, 1 for 3. Strike out a single and then reached on an error on a liner to center that Braun dropped. Change up there, and she offered at it. Wallen was fooled and couldn't hold up her swing. 0-2. A little bit high with that one, and it's 1-2 now. Johnson, she hasn't pitched poorly, but hasn't been extremely sharp. Just kind of been in and out of trouble pretty much all game long, although has not been hit as hard as Modak. Liner, foul past first. That'll wake him up in the on-deck circle. Changeup got away. 2-2. Johnson walked in a run earlier in the game, trying to avoid the same fate here. Bases loaded, 1 out, and a 2-2 count. Now 3-2. Knocked down to second base, and it's booted by Williams. 1 run is in. Throw to the plate. Johnson cutting it off. So 2-run score on the play for the Red Hawks. Don't know for sure that they would have had a good chance to get her anyway, but Johnson really shouldn't have cut this ball off. She was only a couple steps in front of the plate herself. As the second runner, Bernstein, made her way for the play, Barron's waiting to hopefully apply the tag, and Johnson cut it off. Shelley Fuller is the batter. First and second now for the Red Hawks. Here's the throw to first, and they've got her picked off. Schroeder's going to throw across to third, and the ball kicked free on the slide. She is safe. Hennig is in at third on a good slide after they had picked Wallen off. Another look. Schroeder was going to go at the runner at second, then goes for the lead runner. And Wench made a good pickup, but then dropped it on the slide. I'll have to score that as an error. Should have had the out there. Morgan reaching for it, makes the pickup, throw to the plate, not in time. Close play after a good recovery. Hennig just beats it with a good slide at the plate. Runners at first and third. Another error for the Centaurs. They've not had an especially good inning in the field here. This one was a tougher chance than the previous one, but Morgan didn't keep her feet moving, tried to reach for that ball. I thought she was going to make enough of a recovery to get an out there, but it didn't happen. So E6. And Klein will be the batter here for the Red Hawks. First and third. Still just 1 out now, 14-8. Off the hands, and Wench makes the catch. Catch made for the out, but the runner is safe. Look Well, it was a close one. Lynch looked like she probably could have tagged her there, but apparently didn't. So Kruger will be the batter here for the Red Hawks. Cut and a miss. Oh, wait a minute, not Kruger. Alyssa Fuller is the batter. Alyssa Fuller batting in the 8th spot here. Cut and a miss, 1-2. And a called third strike as Fuller caught looking to end the bottom of the 6th inning, but a pretty good inning for the Red Hawks as they come up with 3 runs, couple of base hits, 3 errors by Brooklyn Center, and a couple left to board. It is 14-8 Centaurs.
Community. It's your hometown, your neighbors and local business. It's the people you know and all the things that are important to you. It's Channel 12. Just one station focuses on your community. Channel 12 is the place you turn to for news about your neighborhood here in the northwest suburbs, for what's happening in city government, and a look inside local business, plus the events that make life fun. Channel 12 is in your community every day, serving the northwest suburbs for over 20 years.
And we go to inning number 7 and a wild one here. 14-8. Brooklyn Center is our score. Amber Kruder, Sammy Borgen, Nikki Williams will hit for the Centaurs here. Kruder 3 for 3 with a walk. 3 runs scored, a couple driven in. Little tapper and just foul. Pitch down low, 2-1. Knocked down to second, flipped to first base is in time. And they finally retired Amber Kruder for the first time in 5 plate appearances. Sammy Borgen will be the batter. Pretty sure-handed game with one exception for Bauslag. She did have one boot that she would like to have back, but had a pretty good outing other than that. Borgen is 2 for 4 in the game. Couple of singles. Last time got all the way to third on a well-hit ball that the right fielder had glanced off her glove, was scored it as an error, but would qualify as a pretty well-hit ball. Ball on a strike here to Borgen. Skies it out to right field. Long run, and Fuller can't catch up to it. Moreland playing it off the fence. Throw will not be in time to keep Borgen from getting a double. Fuller doing her best to track this one down. This could not quite get to it. Maybe didn't take quite the right angle, but I don't think she would have caught it anyway. Williams is the hitter now for the Centaurs. Williams is 2 for 4. Takes ball 1. Ball 2. Now 3-0 count. Ball 4 to Williams. And Lauren Barron will be the batter now for Brooklyn Center. First and second and 1 out. Ball 1. And now 2-0 to Barron. Brooklyn Center has not been retired 1-2-3 in this game. Closest thing to that we had was in the second, and they only sent 4 batters to the plate, but one of them was Barron, who hit a double. High chopper. Will get the out at second, throw to first. Not in time, came off the bag, but a good play to get one anyway. Barron aboard on a fielder's choice. See, the throw pulled her off just a little bit there. Morgan over to third, so first and third. Henry will run again at first now for Barron, the courtesy runner for the catcher. Angie Wallach will hit. 2 outs. Wallach is 2 for 3 and also had a sacrifice. Rip and a miss. That one really got away from Modak, but no harm done as Bernstein makes the stop. Two-one count here to Brooklyn Center's left fielder Andrew Wallach. Then an offensive showcase here. 14-8 Brooklyn Center is our score. Top of the 7th. 2 on and 2 out. That one's in the dirt, and Henry moves up to second. There's a strike. 3 balls, 2 strikes here to Andrew Wallach. And up a little bit high, so ball 4. Second walk in the inning for Modak here. And Bo will hit. Bases loaded for Brooklyn Center. They have not scored yet here in the 7th, but they've now loaded the bases with 2 out. And ball 1. Only inning they didn't score in was that second inning I talked about where they had a double, but then 3 ground outs. Three balls, no strikes. So Bo trying to take a walk. Strike 1, 3-1. Ball 4, and that'll force in a run. Oregon coming in to score for a 15-8 lead. And that will bring up Teresa Braun. Base is still full here, obviously, for the Centaurs. Braun, a hard hit ball, and that'll score at least one. Here's the throw to second. And that's all they'll get is one as Henry comes around to score. 16-8 now for Brooklyn Center. Third base hit in a row here for Teresa Braun. Andy Wench is the batter in the dirt, Bernstein the stop. Skied out to short left field. Fuller coming on, and she's not going to get it. One run is in. Throw to third will not get. Braun as it got away. Two-run score actually on the play. Braun around to third. And Brooklyn Center now leading 18-8. I guess we'll have to call that a hit as she really didn't make a defensive error on it. It was a little slow to react maybe, but and Steph Johnson will be the batter. Runners at second and third and 2 outs. (18-8) score here for the Centaurs. And of course, the 10-run rule doesn't come into play here since we're in the top of the inning, and Minnehaha would get there at bat either way. Johnson rifles it right at second base, and Rauslag makes the catch. And Brooklyn Center is done in the 7th inning. They come up, though, with 4 more runs on 3 base hits, no errors, and 1 left aboard. 18-8 Centaurs.
Why are so many businesses advertising on Channel 12?
Nobody promotes our community better than Channel 12. To advertise in our community where we have our business and where we live. It's very affordable, very beneficial for my business. Just give Channel 12 a call. They'll come out. They have so many different programs that can tailor to your business so that you can get your message across to your customers.
Call Chuck Moberg at 533-8196 to put the power of Channel 12 advertising to work for your business.
www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv. Spell it out to check out Channel 12's website. Fresh design and easier than ever to use with all the top local news stories, daily headlines, and more. At 12.tv, you'll find info on all your favorite Channel 12 shows. And click on Marketplace with links to area businesses. You'll also get your AccuWeather local forecasts and community events listings, too. All at your fingertips when you want it. Channel 12 online. www.twelve.tv. That's 12.tv.
And we go to the bottom of the 7th. Laura Dahl is going to bat here for the Red Hawks. She will step in to lead it off here, batting in the 8th spot here in the bottom of the 7th. Exit ball 1. All 235 hitter on the year, hasn't batted very much, 4 for 17. Gage to strike. And that one hit her, I think. Yep. Dahl will head to first. Well, we've had just about everything in this game. Up till now, we had not had a hit batter, but get one right there as it just glanced off Dahl's leg. So Moreland will be the hitter. 0 for 2 with a couple of walks in this game is Emily. Hits right over the plate for a strike after Moreland bluffed a bunt. If she's bunting now, it would be for a base hit. Obviously, sacrifice when you're down 10 in the 7th isn't really going to be the play to make. Fouls this one. Hey, take it easy on the camera there. Oh, 0-2 count here to Moreland. Johnson would like to put the finishing touches on a win that hasn't always been pretty, but nonetheless could win them the subsection championship. Change up and strike 3. Moreland was badly fooled there. I think the pitch was over the plate also. It would have been called strike whether she swung or not. So 1 out and Bauslag will be the hitter. This is called getting all tied up. Oops. Bauslag had a triple in the 3rd inning, 1 for 3, also had a walk. Takes a strike. Out in front of that change and it's 0-2. Good effective pitch if you don't use it too much. Smack toward first off Kruder's glove. They may still have a play. Flip to first is in time. Good alert play by Williams to help out after Kruder reached and just got a piece of it. So 2 out. Knocked it down from getting into right field, and then a good recovery by Williams. That's a good play. Runner moves up to second, but that doesn't matter a whole lot. And Bernstein will be the batter. After striking out her first time up, she showed why she hit about 500 this year. A home run and 2 singles after that, 3 out of 4. That one on the inside part of the plate. Strike 1, 1-1. Lifted out to right center. Braun cutting out and makes the catch, and Brooklyn Center takes the subsection 1 championship, and they will advance to the section 4 AA title round for a best 2 out of 3. 18-8. Brooklyn Center is our final score. We'll be back to wrap things up here in just a moment.
This is Jim. He's getting ready for another busy day in the northwest suburbs.
Broadway Pizza.
This is Dave Kaiser of Channel 12's Community Journal program. Dave goes everywhere in your community to find interesting businesses and people that are important to you and your life.
Hey, it's Dave from Channel 12.
Watch and follow Channel 12's Dave Kaiser and Community Journal for new ways to enhance your life every day. And be sure to say hi to Dave when you see him.
Thanks, Dave. It was great.
An awful lot of offense in this one here. Brooklyn Center wins it by a score of 18-8, and we're with the Centaur captains Teresa Braun and Amber Kruder. And Teresa, team just hit the ball well all game long. Is this one of the better offensive showings you've had all year, would you say?
Yeah, I think so. We did really good. We were hitting them left and right all over the field. I think that helped us a lot.
Coach Darnell was telling me the other day that your team, didn't come out and play especially well. Did you feel like it was kind of important to get back on track a little bit here today?
Yeah.
What was the difference down the stretch of this regular season and heading into the playoffs as you guys, made such great improvement?
I'm not really sure. I don't know.
Just
Yeah, there's higher standards for us, and I don't know, it's kind of harder for us to keep up, and we're really excited now.
well, this is kind of step one as you guys hope to get to state. Is it pretty exciting to know that, okay, now we're back in that title round?
Yeah, it's really exciting. We are really working forward to this, and it's fun. Yeah.
All right, good luck in the section championship. We'll turn to Amber Cruder now, who was very hot with the bat. Only last time up was the only time he retired there, but I know sometimes against a pitcher that even if they're not a great pitcher, you know, you still have to go up there and get the hits. What was the key today to get all those hits for not only you but your team?
Well, we were facing a lot of slower speed than what we're used to. Even when we were warming up, we were warming off of like 55, and so to go from that down to a pitcher that's throwing, you know, that slow, you got to really be concentrating. You really got to be dedicated to what you're doing in there. I mean, you have to wait for the pitch, you have to watch come in instead of just swinging right off her hip, and it takes a lot of concentration to be able to hit the ball with pitchers like that.
Kind of a sloppy game overall, I think, for both teams a little bit. Probably not going to be able to give up 8 runs and win again the next round, are you?
Oh, no. We made a lot of errors that we really shouldn't have. They're kind of like, you know, just those floopsy ones that you can't do anything about. But we're going to work hard for the next couple of days, and when we come back Tuesday, we're going to come full force, and whoever wins in the other subsection side, they better be ready for us.
Yeah, you played SPA last year, and I know St. Croix's gotten some publicity this year with the season they've had. Does it matter to you who you play now?
It doesn't matter. They just should be ready for us. We're coming in heads in, and we want this really bad. I mean, this will be my last year. I want to go all the way, and to make it to state would be just awesome. I mean, that's what we look for, and, you know, they're going to be good. That whole other subsection is really good, so, you know, it's going to be a good game.
All right, good luck, and congratulations on the win here. Amber Cruder and Teresa Braun of the Brooklyn Center Centaurs. Again, they win at 18-8. They take the Subsection 1 championship and go on to play for the Section 4 title. Hope you've enjoyed the action here from Brooklyn Center. For the rest of our Channel 12 Sports crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. So long from BC.